What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So just wanted to record this. I just got back on a 64-mile ride on the WR. Went all the way up through the mountains, from my house, low desert, up through the mountains, did some mountain trails, and then back home. I want to test fuel range. Fuel range is unbelievable. Wait till you see how much fuel we used in the amount of mileage we did. Took it easy on the way up, and then did some decent trails, some poking around up there in the mountains, and then we did one kind of rougher trail. So hope you guys enjoy. I'm going to chapter the video so you guys can kind of skip to whatever part you think. If you don't want to watch the whole thing, that's fine. If you want to skip to whatever part you think you may be more interested in, but the whole thing probably be fun for some of you, maybe not for all of you. So I'll chapter it. You guys can watch whichever part you want. Really cool stuff in there, though. We went up to a distillery. There's like an old abandoned cabin up there. It used to be a distillery during like Prohibition days. So you'll see that in the video too. So enjoy, guys. Smash that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't. Enjoy the video. All right, here we go. So aired up my tires for this long ride. I got 13 in the front, 11 in the rear. This is what this bike is good for, man. These long rides like this, at a good speed, you going 35, 40 miles an hour. Suspension just eats up anything you might hit by accident that you don't see ahead of you. This KYB stuff is really good. I think what I'm going to do on this bike is I'm going to get the seat concepts low comfort seat, so it'll give me a little bit lower height because I'm short. And it's wider and softer foam, so it'll be awesome for long rides like this where you can just stay on the seat and take these fire roads. It'll be nice. So this is really kind of more of a dual sport ride, I guess you can call it, for this 450 today we're on. I'm just glad to be out on the bike, man, going on this really long ride. It's great for clearing your mind, man. When you guys ride dirt bikes, it's just you and the bike. You really got to focus on what you're doing so you don't kill yourself, and really prevents you from thinking about anything else going on. Just kind of, it's you and the bike and the terrain in front of you and where you're going. And it's good, man. I've needed it. Had a hectic past month. I feel like every weekend's been something. And yeah, man, just getting out here, having a little fun. Clear the mind. That's what this bike is really good at, honestly. It's open desert stuff, and that's what we're going to build it into. We'll get the low C concept seat, get the tuner to really fine tune, get two really distinct maps on the bike. And then we got that TE 150, if you guys haven't seen, we just picked up. Two-stroke. That's going to be more of the tighter single track kind of bike, just going out having fun, goofing around on. And this is really beat up, this road right here. It's all rocky and washboard. Ugh. Some of the guys from Southern Arizona may know where I'm at. If you do, if you think you do, leave a comment. 20.3 miles in, and we've used about 0.4 gallons of gas. So, roughly around 40 miles a gallon. So, not too bad. We are through the mountain pass, and we are up in the mountains. We're going to make a right up here. It's going to turn to pavement for a couple hundred feet. Then we're going to pass this ranch, and then we're going to make a left. Now if I really wanted to, I could actually take these mountains all the way through out the other side to this highway, this county road, and I could take that south. That'll bring me to a little town of Santa Rita, Arizona. And there's a brewery down there. You get some lunch or dinner, depending on when you're going. And there's a gas station right there. You can fuel back up. And I mean, you could do, you know, 150, 160 mile a day. Maybe one day we'll do that. Maybe we'll do that with some of the boys. I think what we'll do is go left. Go up here. Now, some people would say, you don't need the ECU, Joe. Bike's got a ton of power. More than enough that I can handle, probably. And I mean, you've seen I just went up that little uphill, all loose rock and stuff, and I mean, barely on the gas. The bike has got tons of torque, and you're 100% right. I do not need the extra power, and that's not why I want to do the ECU for the extra power. I want to do it so that the bike just runs a little bit cleaner and a little better. And with that ECU, you can actually tame the bike down more, believe it or not. You can tune it down, which is what we'll do, and we'll have like a really tame map on the blue map, and like the standard hot, you know, FX map or aggressive map on the first map for like the open desert stuff. But when we get up here, it's a little chunky. You can just flip it onto the really tame map and have it be good. So I haven't stopped since I left my house, and I've gone about 25 miles. My arms and hands are starting to get a little tired, so I think I'm gonna take a break for a minute. I think I'm gonna stop here for a drink and get a little reset, rest my hands. All right, break time's over. I realized put my gloves back on that I'm a knucklehead. I got 2 different gloves on. Look at that. So I got 3 or 4 sets of gloves. So I grabbed 2 blue gloves. Thought I grabbed both Fly Racing gloves. Apparently I grabbed this one MSR one, which I don't wear that often. It's starting to get a hole in it. So let's do some mountain trails. Get some miles on it. Man, those cows are huge. They look at you like, wonder what goes through their mind sometimes. Let's go this way. This way. Go up this way, see what's up here. It's kind of poking around, noodling around a little bit. I don't know, he's going these little offshoot areas. It's just a little hangout spot up here. That's cool. A lot of people camp out here, so it's a cool little camp spot. You'll see, I don't know if you guys can see, but that mountain there That's covered in snow up there. So it's a lot higher elevation over there. I think it's about 12,000 feet. We're at about 6,000 right now. So go this way. Alright, we're gonna do part of this trail, which is trail 4085. It's one of my favorite trails in here. And if you take it all the way through, it gets a little bit rough and gnarly towards the back half. But we're gonna turn out of it onto a different trail and then back out in the direction of home. But there's a couple cool things here along this trail I can show you guys. A little bit chunky. There's a lot of mining prospects about halfway through this trail. And then there's an old distillery. Yes, I said distillery. Goes back, parts of it are still like laid out. The copper and what they used to make the liquor along the grounds. And it's like a cabin in the middle of the mountains here. Goes back towards all the way back to the Prohibition days. Interesting fact is that the cabin is actually still privately owned by the original family, from what I understand. I know it's privately owned, and I'm fairly confident by the family that originally owned it. So that's pretty cool. It's a nice little stop sometimes. Stop, have lunch. I am really out in the middle of nowhere right now, and no cell phone service on this trail, so just keep that in mind if you're going to come out here. Pretty sure that turn is coming up. It's a left-hand turn that takes you down to that cabin. Ah, there's some water. Look at that. Knew we'd find some today. And more. chunky downhill here. Here it is. Confident. Yeah, this is it. Show you guys. At the distillery. I'll take a good spot for me to take a break. My hands are getting numb. My throttle hand always gets numb. I think I just gripped too tight. Here it is. I'll take you in there, show you a little bit. But it's pretty cool. Oh, they might have it locked up. Well, it never used to be locked up. You used to be able to go back in there and walk around. I don't want to tamper with it if they got it locked up now, but somebody must have done something stupid, I'd imagine. But yeah, this is all privately owned. So there's a thing on the door that tells you about the original owner and who built it and all that stuff. And there's a big huge tree in the back there. When you go behind the cabin, you step down, and there's used to be like a swing on it for the kids and stuff. It's pretty cool, man. Dead quiet out here. So I'm gonna take a little break. We'll get back on the trail and take another new trail home. All right, guys. Looks like there may be storm rolling in, and so we need to hightail it out of here and hopefully get out of here before the rain hits. Because last place you want to be is up here on these trails when it rains. They get flooded out and turn into rivers real quick. So definitely don't want that. So we're gonna keep going out of here and not stop until we get down to at least the main trail. Probably got about 30 miles home from here, so maybe 5 or 6 of it and trail like this, then the rest back on the main way we took up. And oh, there's a deer. Just ran right out there in front of me. Almost slid down to that rut. That's why standing up on your pegs makes a difference. You weight your pegs, kind of keep your traction on the right side of the slope that you want to be on. Definitely don't want to get rained on up here, man. It's gonna be a miserable ride home if it starts raining up here on me now. So hopefully we can get out of here before the weather breaks. Chances you take when you're going out with rain in the forecast and not not having a roof over your head, but is what it is. Take it steady, be safe. Get out of here. Trail's a little bit rough, so can't really fly through it. At least I can't. So just gonna be careful. I don't want to have any flats or problems. Gotta be careful when you got solo, man. You can't be taking risks, you know. Not that I am a big risk taker to begin with. You guys know me. Watch a lot of my videos. Pretty conservative, but at my age, I can't be affording to get hurt. And I just want to come out, have fun, enjoy life. A little chunky over here. Keep it in higher gear and just chug through it. Should be coming up on a point where we're going to make a right to turn out of this pretty soon. Instead of going left, we're going to go right. And that should bring us back around to that point where I talked about earlier, where I could have went right or left. More towards the beginning of the video. I think we're going to pass all those mining prospects first. Oh, really chunky right here. And this is where we're going to go right. See, if I go left there, so I've done this trail and I've gone that way. That way is where it gets really chunky. There's a lot of uphills, rock ledges, stuff like that. I've done that on my Beta X trainer when I had it, believe it or not. How the hell I made it through unscathed is beyond me, because my skill level at that point was significantly worse even than it is now, which isn't that great. And so somebody was watching over me that day for sure. I'd like to come up here and do that trail again, but on my 2-stroke and on that 150 and see how it does. So we're gonna head out this way though. Still a fun little cool section of trail, and then we will start making our voyage home. We're at 35.8 miles. We've used 0.8 gallons of gas. If I had to guesstimate, by the time I could pull in my driveway, we'll probably be at 60 miles. So short of the 70 I wanted to do, but the weather's not looking great. I don't really want to risk it getting stuck out here in the rain, but still a good day. Going up on the rougher stuff is always easier than going down. So a little bit of chunky rock right there, a little bit over here, go around it. I'm second gear on this. First is just too touchy, man. I like to try and keep the momentum on this bike, keep it in second. That's really chunky on the right side there. We'll go left. Another little uphill section here. I am out of riding shape. I'll tell you right now, my right arm is killing me. My forearms. Big uphill. Yeah, I forgot about this one. Let's go, Joe. Come on, you can do it. Let's go 450. Let's do it. Woo! Oh yeah. Oh man. A little bit more to go. Really chunky this trail is. Alright, I think we're in the clear for all that stuff. Woo! Cattle. Another section. Oh man, I haven't been up here in a while. I forgot. Last time I came through was on the quad. I took my wife's scrambler. My wife's trying to get out with my brother on a scrambler, and when you're on a bike, it's a different trail. Yeah, that section wasn't bad actually. And this is pretty much, yeah, we're going to turn left out of here. So for those of you who stuck around this long so far, you guys are awesome. And if you stuck around this long, you're probably regular viewers. So you guys want to support the channel, I got links in the video description for all the parts I have on this bike and some affiliates. Please consider using those, and helps out the channel. And there's some discount codes down there as well you can use. Helps me out a ton. And I'm able to put, honestly, every penny I get on YouTube, I put it right back in the channel. You know, with different bikes, trading in bikes, different parts of bikes, stuff like that. So it just goes back into the content. I don't pocket any of it. I'm just trying to get the channel to grow. So by using those links, it helps me out. Gets a little extra revenue. YouTube don't pay a ton. And I can do more things on the channel, you know. So you guys are awesome. Appreciate all the support so far. Just about at 10,000 subs. We're almost there. Hoping to get there by Christmas. As of I am filming today, I am at 97, a little over 9,700. So and this is going to bring us out. We're going to pass this pond. That's going to drop us off, and I'll show you guys when we come out. You'll remember from the beginning of the video where we turned left, and I said we could have turned left or right. This will be the area where we could have turned right. That's where we're going to come out. So it'll be just like a full circle. And there's other trails up here too that, you know, we could have done, or we could do a different time. Problem with some of these trails up here is they're a little rough in terms of like the rocks. Like it's a lot of baseball size, softball size rocks embedded in the ground, so it makes for it makes the trail rough. Another reason why I want to get a more comfortable seat. My rear end's going to be killing me tomorrow. Doing this many miles, I don't care how good your skill level is, you're going to be tired and sore. And my skill level isn't great, so it amplifies the after effects. And that's where we turned up before. We came up here and turned left up there earlier in the video. Back down we go. Alright guys, we just made it down. Most of the mountain pass, we're almost out of it, and we just hit 44 miles and 1 gallon of fuel used. I don't know if you can see that. So I probably got 15 miles to get to home. So can't complain about the fuel usage, that's for sure. If you ride it conservatively, we'll see what we get when we pull into the driveway where we're at. Looks like a guy on a bike ahead of us. I don't know what he's riding, but he's got lights. I'm guessing a dual sport of some sort. How's it going? The old Yamaha looked like. I don't know what it was. Home stretch. 56 miles in. Not really conserving gas on the way home here, as you can see. I got plenty in the tank, so Looks like we're gonna beat out the rain. This bike boogies, man, I tell you. And the suspension's really set up for this, for going fast in the desert. It's just what this bike is at home at doing. I can smell the rain. It's coming. back on the road home. We got about 2 miles to the driveway from here. So little Kawasaki there. We're going 60 right now, 59. Fifth gear, and it's just perfectly comfortable. That was 70 miles an hour. This thing has plenty more left in the tank. I can't imagine what top speed is in this thing. It's got to be 90. Number I will never find out. We're at 64 miles to the door. Door to door, 63.9. We've used 1.34 gallons. Not too shabby, I would say. Not too shabby. So that's it for this one, guys. Appreciate you watching the whole thing. If you did, you guys are troopers. So dogs heard me home. They're going crazy. So I'm gonna get in the house, guys, wash up, get ready for some dinner, and we'll see you guys on the next video. It's Joe at Odyssey Off-Road. Peace out.